y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Lynn, and in today's video we're cooking up some thick cut pork chops. It's just an easy, quick little video. I just thought I'd turn the camera on. I hadn't made many videos since Christmas, so I thought I'd bring y'all on as we cook these pork chops and just let you cook with us in our kitchen tonight. It's not really a recipe, it's just how I do it, and I thought I'd share it. Let's get started. Okay, I've already salt and peppered this side, so I am going to put a little bit of garlic on them also, garlic powder. And now we're just going to turn them over and do the other side. Okay, I've already cut my iron skillet on like a medium high, and I'm going to put around 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then about a tablespoon of real butter, salted real butter, not margarine, because I know some of y'all are going to ask about the butter. I guess if you wanted to use that, you could, but we always just buy real butter. Did y'all have a good Christmas? We did. We didn't do a lot. We just got to see our kids and grandkids and a few family members. We just had a small Christmas. Once that gets to a good heat, we're going to add our chops in there. And these right here are thick cut pork chops, but they do not have the bone. I guess you'd call them a cut tenderloin, real thick. I call them a pork chop. They just don't have the bone. Okay, now that it's getting hot, I'm going to go ahead and start adding them to the skillet. We're going to let them get a pretty golden brown on both sides. Now, I do like to batter my pork chops sometimes, but we're trying to cut back on carbs, so I didn't want to batter them in flour this time. So we're just doing it today without the flour crust on them. But look how pretty that's turning out. Cooked in that olive oil and that butter. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and flip them. Now we're going to let that side get a pretty golden brown. Now we're going to try to get some sear on the edges of them. I'm going to just stand them up in here. And try to get some just along the side. They're falling over on me. Okay, we got that side. Now we're going to turn them on the other side. See how pretty? And it only takes just a few minutes to get that golden brown on it. And with pork chops, you don't want to overcook them. You need to get them at least 155. For pork, that's what I do. Well, that's what we do. Some of y'all may do it a little bit like 140, I'm not sure. Okay, now I'm just going to try to move my pork chops to the side, and we're going to make us the sauce. But I'm going to let them still stay in there and do some more cooking. I'm going to add about another 2 tablespoons of butter. One tablespoon of lemon juice. About a half a teaspoon of rosemary, and about a half a teaspoon of parsley flakes. And with that start melting down and all those herbs put off their aroma, oh, it's smelling good in here, y'all. And now we're just going to take our pork chops and move them on this side so I can get that golden brown crust that we got over there on that side to come up. Because that's what is going to help you get your flavor. Just take that pork chop and try to get that up off of that pan. Okay, now we're going to move them over here, back to the side for a second. And now I'm going to add a half a cup of heavy cream. And now we're just going to take our pork chops and put down in that sauce and get them good and coated on both sides. Just turn them over in there. And we're going to cut the heat on a medium-low We're going to put a lid on our skillet, and we're going to let them sit there and simmer for around 15 minutes. Take a look at our pork chops. Ooh, they're going to be good, y'all. While they're cooking, I'm just going to take and cover them with my sauce because I don't want them to dry out. Now I'm going to place the lid back on it for around another 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, y'all. I got y'all on the stove over here so y'all can see them good maybe. We're going to taste test this sauce. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh, that's so good. Just keep them coated with that sauce because you don't want them to dry out. You don't want a dry pork chop. Now let's test them. Now this is the thickest one, so let's try it first and see what we get. I gotta get my glasses. I can't see what that says. Okay. I'm gonna let them cook just a little bit longer. It's reading 140. And that's the thickest one. So let's try this smaller one and see what it says. Okay, that one's ready. But I'm gonna let it keep cooking just a few minutes because I want this one right here to make sure it gets done. And while we're waiting on that one, I'm just going to keep basting them with this sauce that has this rosemary and this parsley and butter and lemon juice and my heavy cream in it. So they don't dry out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut them off. I'm gonna get one out and let y'all see how they turned out. And we're just gonna flip it in that sauce real good. And we're having a baked potato tonight with this. But right now, I'm just wanting to show y'all how they turned out. You might decide to cook them. Got to add some of that sauce and try not to make a mess. That's gonna be good. Let's cut it and see how they look. I'm gonna cut it and let y'all see it and see how tender and pretty they are. Okay. And you can tell just by how it cuts, it's not dry. And then we're going to just dip it in that sauce. Let me get it on this fork so I can show y'all without dropping it. But look at that, how that pretty pork chop turned out. Y'all take a bite. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna get me just a little bit more of that sauce. Okay, y'all, that's our video on how we make our homemade sauce cooking our thick cut pork chops in an iron skillet. I hope y'all like our video on how we cooked our pork chops and made a homemade sauce using what we had. If you like our video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, and share our videos. And if you hadn't already, hit the red button down below and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.